Okay, welcome back to Plaguing Evolve. Alright, time for another official scenario. This time it's gonna be global warming. Huge release of greenhouse gases significantly accelerate global warming and raise the global surface temperature by over 6%, as well as triggering other climate change events and flooding low-lying countries out of the frying pan. Well, means when it comes to like standard stuff like this, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick any of these three, or maybe these two: bacteria and virus. I don't really know what to call this thing. Damaged wound, pseudobulge, oral sore. What is this? Deadly impurity, myostasis, agonizing murder. What the? Public defect. Oh god. Stress disorder, terminal ailment, bronchi deformity, stubborn epidemic, bronchi deficit, average giggle, vial stasis, clinical destroyer, medium cooties. What the fuck are these names? Hellphasia, Hellbound, Black Madness, Pre-Poison, Endemic Drone, Plague Destroyer, Misery Endemic, the Nympho Epidemic, no, Necro Hell, Dengue Contagion. You know what? Fine, Dengue Contagion. It's like the most normal name there is. Welcome to the global warming scenario. You are a new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread around the world, wiping out all human is the ultimate plague. Why is the volume so low? Is there no music? Oh, there we go. Select start location. Once again, let's start in here. Because I'm just so original. Wow, everywhere is kind of hot. Alright. And what do we have here? Absolutely nothing new. Well, that's... Wait, this map kind of feels weird. Why is that? What changed? Was there more ice over here, or like did I just imagine the ice? I swear something changed. Alright, well, doesn't look like too much change over here to the north. Places are... Well, I guess some places get less cold. But, other than that, I don't see any differences. I feel like these kind of minor scenario thing are just not good enough, It's not like it's not different enough. I feel like. Wait a second. I think they did change some of the airport location. I swear, some of these air routes are like different than normal. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. Yeah, it's had been quite a few days since the last since my last Plague Inc. videos, I guess that I record. Not uploaded because I have a backlog of video to upload, so that I don't have to like play games every day. I don't know. This is really strange. Something's wrong here, right? But I can't exactly pinpoint what it is. Something is like really... It's like... There's something super different about this scenario. And yet... It could just be nothing. Also, like, we are not spreading that fast. Oh, by the time that I am recording this video, I am currently working on a scenario that involves, you know, the JoJo virus, the JoJo Stan virus, and I have to say that you know, when I was, you know, when I was watching or like reading the manga or like watching the anime, I wasn't really thinking about that kind of about the Stan virus very much. It's mostly about the Stan abilities and like the lore and like the stuffs. But like the Stan virus, like, it's a really weird plot point that doesn't really get expanded too much. Like, we know that it comes from like a meteorite, right? Landed in Greenland, and then like there's a guy that touched the thing and then got infected and then he dies, and like that's about it. And then somehow there's some rando who makes arrows out of the meteorite, I guess. And then somehow those arrows got to Egypt. And then somehow those arrows that got to Egypt get digged up by Diavolo and his excavation team. Like, and then he sold that shit to Enya, right? But like, from the freaking time when the Stan arrow got like, you know, made out of like the meteorite till it, and how the heck did it get to Egypt? And why is it like, you know, buried in Egypt? Like, is this like a pseudo archaeologist kind of like thing where, you know, people like, you know, make like weird artifact and then just like buried it in Egypt? So, and then they claim like, and then they dig it up and then they claim like, oh, this is like you know, ancient pharaoh shit. You know, it's like, and then they make billions. It could be, but like, that's not the strange part. The strange part is that the virus does not behave like a virus at all. You know, if it's a virus, you know, you should expect it to behave like a kind of, you know, pathogen. But instead, the virus is kind of like really weird. It does have symptoms. I mean, we see that guy in the in part 5, the first guy to be infected with the Stan virus. He got blistered all over the place, right? And that guy's dying. He dead immediately. But like, he did get to, like, you know, experience a little bit of a Stan power with his finger, like shooting out like, you know, lightning and stuff. But that doesn't. It's not like the kind of thing that I'm mentioning here. More like, you know, we never see that kind of symptom again. You know, it's not. The symptom is really inconsistent. Like, well, I mean, people who got stabbed by the Stan arrows, right? Later on, we see like Koichi, we have you know, Jolene. They never showed any like weird symptom like that. They only like, you know, I'm kind of like I'm dying here, but like there's nothing showing. There's no blisters, no stuff or anything. It's just like kind of like dying. And then, like, you know, there's an illness where, you know, where Dio, he got his Stan, and then like his Joestar families all start to get their Stan, and the people who are like, you know, not strong enough, they got really sick. So I guess that's a symptom, right? But like, how is that, like, you know, related to the virus at all? I mean, the virus can somehow like teleport to like any of the descendant of the family. Like, this makes no sense. And then I go online and see people like arguing about that, and people like, oh no, it's not a virus causing that illness. It's a stand. Okay, so like so the stand itself manifesting is like a separate. Who Australia? Australia. It's like a separate event. It's like not an event, but more like a separate thing. Then why the hell do we even need the meteorite? What does a meteorite even do? Okay, we got detected here, and but we have yet to get to. Haven't got to like Greenland and stuff yet, so that's kind of concerning. And then actually not really. But yeah, really strange, honestly. Because like we severe storm strike Iraq. Iraq is like over here. Iraq is over here. If there's a storm over there, it either has to go through the freaking Mediterranean, or somehow there's a storm that manifests itself over here, or it could just be like a sandstorm. You know what? Fine. I'll give it the sandstorm. I'll believe it's a sandstorm. It's not like a weird tropical storm that's just like on land. Okay, back to the stand business. So we know that people can get stand from basically anything, right? I mean, you just need to have like a strong soul, it seems, to have a stand, right? So the Kakyoin, he has stand from birth, I think, and then it's just like there's also Polnareff, who also got his stand from birth, I think. And but like then what brings up the stand in the first place? We're not talking about the alternate universe where there's no stand arrows, there's no such thing like that. We're talking about the original universe, where the stand is like explained as like a something that comes from the meteor, which I would say never actually got brought up again and never actually explained anything. Because yeah, people can actually manifest stand as like on their own. They don't even need to be infected by the goddamn virus. Sweden, Morocco, Algeria. So I think we should probably evolve some of these symptoms here. Okay, so there's that, and then there's the there's a problem with the stand arrows. So the stand arrows are made out of the fragment of the meteorite, right? Correctly, if I remember correctly, and then like you stab someone with it. If they're strong enough, they survive the immune system, fight off the virus, and then they like get a stand or something like that. But like, okay, but that's like, is that like caused by the virus, or is that caused by their strong soul? Like how does a virus like plays into the symptom? How does virus plays into the stand creation here? Because obviously you don't need to be infected by the virus to get a stand, but those who got infected by the virus and survive will have a stand. But like, does that mean? But like, how does the stand virus like ties into that, into the stand creation? Because we already know that there are like stand user that doesn't really has anything to do with the virus. So yeah, that's just like that's just like really doesn't really give me any how I don't really have any inspiration or like, you know, for like, you know, creating a symptom here, for the symptom kind of thing here in the plaguing scenario, because it's like the symptom are like there's just no symptom, or at least there are symptom, but like not no symptom, but you know, they are a symptom, but like they aren't exactly like has anything to do with the Stan or the Stan virus, or like, you know, the JoJo plotline or whatever. Also, it kind of doesn't really improve the gameplay. I mean, that doesn't really give me like any gameplay tie-in, stuff like that, which is kind of frustrating, because I'm trying to make a scenario out of that, and I have nothing to go on. I mean, to like, you know, like you know, what do I even do with the transmission and stuff like that? So yeah, the templates that I'm using for the Stan virus though is like I use the vampire virus, because that's the closest thing I can get to like having a Stan user ability for the ability cap, and then like you can kind of control stuff, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know. Just gotta pick all of these so that I can actually spread here in Morocco. Somehow Italy still have their airport open, despite the majority of population being dead. Oh, there we go. Now they closed down the airport. Alright, Morocco. And everyone is dead. I mean, infected. And then dead. Alright, let's pick these up so that we don't, you know, have any leftover stuff. Wow, who's still alive? Bolivia, Norway, Morocco, Algeria. This whole video has been a rant of the JoJo Stan virus, because I couldn't comprehend like what it actually what kind of role it actually plays in the storyline. It has absolutely nothing to do with the actual scenarios that we are playing here. But honestly though, this scenario is just not that special. It's like no difference than normal. I mean, I guess like the beginning is a little bit slower than normal, but other than that, there's like nothing new. I just like watching this thing like plays out. And there we go. Wow, that's a whole. Yep, that's a clip of death. And that. All right. Well, that's about it for the global warming scenario. That is really short, but all right. And that video is gonna be over. I'm out.